You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be covering a Liverpool transfer news/news roundup video covering the latest and greatest Liverpool news. We'll be covering Díaz, Darwin Núñez updates, Mark Gahey, and plenty more. Make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that cliche stuff. Super duper appreciate all the support as always. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So, this is a big one that's just come in. Basically, Liverpool have rejected an approach from FC Bayern for Luis Díaz after a call has been made by the director. Now, Liverpool insist on keeping Díaz with no plans to negotiate, which Bayern have been informed about. Now, this to me is quite interesting because basically all summer there's just kind of been links and rumours and rustlings of Díaz leaving, underpaid, getting linked to Barcelona, Bayern Munich. So this is a very good player. I kept saying that it's going to be very difficult to kind of replace a player of his quality, especially in the left wing position. There's just not many good players available in the market, so I feel like you're better off keeping him. Maybe at the beginning of the summer, they're considering moving him on if they had availability for other options. But now this pretty much confirms to me that Liverpool will be keeping Díaz if they have rejected a approach from FC Bayern. And Paul Joyce over here also says that Barcelona also made an approach last month and it was pretty much the same. So I'm happy with Díaz staying personally, just because there isn't really anyone else who really come in and really made that left wing, left inside forward role his own. We've got Gakpo, Díaz, two quality forwards. Let's just try and keep it that way. And with no one really available in the market, I feel like you're better off keeping him for another season or two, and maybe even letting them go on a free or selling him next summer, and maybe even signs a new contract. We'll see. But yeah, next up on the agenda, Mamardashvili is on his way to Liverpool. So obviously this was a signing made last summer. Kelleher gone. Liverpool bring in a third choice goalkeeper in Freddie Woodman. Mamardashvili is going to be number 2. And I think long term, he's going to be the kind of number 1 Alisson kind of successor. But I think he's going to be a good goalkeeper, and I'll be interested to see how he performs in the cup games. And Alisson does seem to get injured quite a bit, so I think we'll probably be seeing him in some league games as well, maybe some Champions League games as well, to see kind of what level he is at. And I think personally, I'm expecting good things from Mamardashvili long term, and I think it's a good piece of business. And look at him chilling out on a private jet, living a life, signing for the best club in the world. So next up on the agenda, basically Liverpool have offered a package of Núñez and Chiesa and 17 million for Victor Osimhen. Personally, I don't really believe this. The reason why I don't really believe it is because swap deals never really happen. There's just too much money for agents to let swap deals happen. I think transfers now is just direct cash only. That's how it works. And I think Liverpool are kind of interested in Osimhen. There's been links here and there, but he doesn't seem to be kind of top up on a priority. Seems like there's a reason why these top clubs in Europe are kind of backing off Victor Osimhen. It's probably like an attitude problem thing, but I think he's a top striker, and even if he has an attitude problem, I personally would like to bring him in, and I think he'll be probably my second choice to Isak, which I don't think will be an easy deal to make. So next up on the agenda, Endo says, if the club wants me to leave, no, I'm staying. I have a contract and it's up to me to make the final decision. Basically, I'm staying for now. Personally, I have absolutely zero issues with Endo staying. I think he should probably get more game time next season. I think Gravenberg needs to get rotated, needs to get rested. He needs to be kind of have an easier workload, and he's versatile. He's a leader. He's a captain for Japan. He's got experience. He can play multiple positions. He's happy with his role. Great attitude, fan favourite. So I'm more than happy for Endo to stay. I think that kind of midfield position is not really an area that Liverpool really need to strengthen with. Szoboszlai could probably play there. Got Bajcetic, got Endo, Gravenberg, McAllister. Stacked in my opinion. Szoboszlai could come in if it's an emergency. So Endo staying, I'll be more than happy for that to happen. And at his stage of his career, he'd rather be part of a big unit, big squad, top caliber club like Liverpool, challenging for titles, trophies, than him playing for like a lower team, and maybe he's playing week in, week out. Next up on the agenda, Harvey Elliott is attracting significant interest. Liverpool want a fee of 40 million plus a buyback option, or about 50 million. Now, obviously, Harvey Elliott was the #1 tournament player for England under 21s, which won. Obviously, Harvey Elliott is a really, really good player. I like him a lot. Likeable lad. Loves the club. Loves the team. Wants to be a part of Liverpool, but managers don't really favour him. He prefers Szoboszlai. He prefers other forwards, and he's just never going to really kind of break into the team, unfortunately. But, you know, if you can get 40, 50 million, especially with how well he played in the tournament, and you get a buyback clause on that, I think that'd be a very, very good piece of business from Liverpool. And, you know, I wish Harvey Elliott nothing but success. And, hey, who knows, he might return to Liverpool in the future. We know that he loves the club and he's a big fan. Next up on the agenda is Hugo Ekitike. So, Ekitike. Now, Romano says Liverpool are working on this deal. They are discussing the possibility of adding Ekitike to their squad. The idea of Liverpool is to have one more striker. They are waiting to understand what happens with Darwin Núñez. Liverpool can add a new striker, so Hugo remains a name on the list for the club. Of course, this is not a deal happening today or tomorrow, and we need to be patient, but Ekitike is a name for on the list now. Personally, I think the transfer fee is too high. He's had one breakout season. They won like 19 million. It seems a bit high, but the striking market it's not looking great. Sesko is going for like 95. There's not really a lot of good strikers out there. But if Liverpool really, really like this player, then, you know, I'm not going to be opposed against it. But personally, I'm not 100% convinced yet. But a lot of people kind of panicking like, oh yeah, this means Liverpool are definitely going to go in for him. No, this basically just says that Liverpool have him on the list, and he's one of the names on the striker shortlist. So I think Isak's probably going to be the #1 choice, and they probably have other options as well. He's just on the big list. So next up, Núñez, Napoli, ongoing transfer talks. I think last time I heard, Liverpool probably want around 55 million. Napoli want to pay around 40. So my guess is that this deal will go through. I don't think Liverpool should panic. I think they'll probably meet in the middle. And I think Núñez will probably do quite well in Napoli. And I think that's what Núñez needs. He needs like a new kind of challenge. Needs to be in a new headspace. I think he's just mentally checked out Liverpool. And yeah, I think this is a good deal for all parties involved. And I think Liverpool will be able to get a decent fee for him. So last but not least, Mark Gahey has agreed personal terms. To me, this is not really surprising. I think Liverpool are not going to be having a concrete interest in a player unless they spoke to the agent first and tapped them up and said, look, you interested in joining us, before making an approach for a transfer. So yeah, I think Mark Gahey will be a quality addition, and I'll not be opposed to it at all. So yeah, that's the end of the news roundup video. Super duper appreciate all the support. Make sure to like the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.